Let me bring up Kimberly. Come on up. So Kimberly is with Cap Science, and before we go to a break, I wanted to introduce you to her and the wonderful things that she has been working on. And today what we're going to do is, throughout the day, we're going to show you 3 types of wearable technology applications. And the first one is going to be a wearable device that someone might look like my Fitbit here. For example, a victim might have it and an offender might have a paired bracelet. And I don't know if this mic is live, but
I think I'm
you're mic'd
up.
up. Oh, super. Okay, so tell us an example of a person-to-person application that you might.
So Jennifer, just to let you know, this is one of the many uses that we're going to be discussing today about this technology. And this particular one was designed to help enforce protective orders. We understand how dangerous domestic violence can be, not just to the victim, but for police officers when they're dispatched. So how this works generally is when an order is issued, details of that order will be programmed into our database, such as the proximity that an offender must refrain or the locations. Tamper-resistant wearable tracking devices such as this will be attached to both the offender and to the victim or victims. And once the offender is released, we're able to track everything that's going on. If they violate the order in any way or tamper with the device in any way, real-time details of that alert will be sent to the authorities so that they can intervene, to the victim so that they can seek safety. But most important, the most important thing of all this is the data that we collect that can be used for forensics analysis and admissible evidence. So here today with us, we have Pamela, who has volunteered as a victim to wear one of our tamper-resistant wearable tracking devices. She's going to help demo how this works. We also have her offender, Nisha, who's being released today, and she will also be wearing a tamper-resistant wearable tracking device. And what will happen is if Nisha decides to violate this order today, which we know that statistics show that generally an order will be violated within the first 48 hours that an offender is released, then we're going to receive a notification here telling us that she's violating that order, and we'll be able to intervene. So I want everyone to relax, sit back and enjoy the rest of the day, as we're going to do, because we're not going to worry about this,
Right.
and continue to learn about more of these solutions that we're creating.
Right, and let me go over this. I want you to explain the other 2 applications as well at the same time. We have person to location that we'll be demonstrating. So let's talk about an example of this.
So person to location is very important in facility management, we believe. We'll be able to restrict certain areas by taking a blueprint of your facilities and putting it on our platform. What's great about this is we use one platform for all of our technology. So we'll take a blueprint of your facilities, put it on, we can customize it and say this zone is restricted, this might be your safety zone. The reason why you might want to do that is you might have heavy equipment that's operating in a certain area, and you want to know when unauthorized personnel is around that equipment so that you can either shut down that equipment or not operate it. Many times there are, serious incidences, sometimes fatalities, because they're around operating equipment or hazardous chemicals. Mm-hmm. So we feel like this is very important for facility management. Another one is if you're evacuating. Say that there's a terrorist attack and you have safety zones where you want your employees to be when you evacuate. You can quickly determine if they've all reached that safety point and determine where the other people are. So we feel like that this is very important in being able to reduce response times for incidences.
And I guess conceivably you could use this for something such as if you have a sexual predator who shouldn't be going into certain areas, you can geo-fence off places that person should not go.
So if you want to do that, yeah, but in this particular incident, you might just want only certain personnel authorized to be in that area. You might have a person who is a offender that you don't want entering into your facility. Yeah. And that will quickly notify your security and all other people in the area that there's someone there that should not be there. And that's good information to have. And then you can take that data back and again, utilize it for forensic analysis. But what's great about data is as you continue to collect it, it becomes intelligence for you in the future, right? It helps you learn more on how to predict incidents before they occur.
And behaviors of people.
And behavior management is very,
Yeah.
very important. Yes, it is.
Okay, and we have Carol, who generously agreed to be geo-fenced off of this area here.
Yes,
right?
today,
So she has restricted access, so at some point, Carol will enter into that restricted space, and we'll get an alert.
We should get an alert if she does, yes.
Alrighty, so the last one is person to asset. So Carol is also agreed to help us with that one. So if she were to touch a particular asset that we have set aside, then an alert will go out.
So again, it's real easy for us to take a blueprint of a facility, and by utilizing certain sensors, and again, tracking devices that are tamper resistant that your employees would check in with every day, we would be able to determine if, one, first off, an asset's removed. We can track where it's going, but we can also determine quickly who's done it. Another thing that we're able to do is interface and interoperate our systems into existing security systems. So if you have video cameras, we can interface that with the video cameras and immediately be able to tell you, placing the face on that video with who was there at that moment in time. So this is going to help reduce any of the forensic analysis that anyone would do, reduce the time.
Okay.
And provides
great.
the right data.